Blessings. This is Jewel Diamond Taylor. Thank you for tuning in today. You know, I am fortunate to be bi-coastal. I was born in Washington, D.C. I live in California, and for the past week I've been here in Maryland for various speaking engagements. And I come back to the Virginia, D.C., Maryland area quite often doing training for different government agencies, college appearances, conferences, retreats, and just to visit my awesome goddaughter, Pastor Don Harvey, here in Maryland. It's been a wonderful trip. I've been blessed beyond measure. And as I'm sitting here today, waiting for a ride to go for a radio interview, I'm reflecting on the fact that the sun is out of the sky, it's overcast, there's a mist in the air, the leaves are starting to turn orange and brown. Yes, it's autumn. The seasons have changed. And it helps me to realize that it's the same thing in life, that we experience change. We experience different seasons in our lives, and it's part of God's pattern and plan that you and I experience different seasons. The unfortunate thing is sometimes we resist change. We don't like change. It's uncomfortable to change. Change comes unexpectedly. Change can mess with our self-esteem and our identity. Change can cost. Change can be challenging. Change can be painful. Change can be welcomed. It could be a joyful thing. But the reality is that there are many different seasons. And as I sit here experiencing the ushering in of autumn, I'm reminded to flow with the seasons of life. I don't know what season you're in. You may be going through some changes. It could be a divorce, a layoff, some health challenges, family drama, debt, finances, your work, your job, your ministry, your business. It's going to happen. There'll be seasons and cycles, and we must become spiritually strong and rooted in our faith, and we must also become emotionally intelligent, that we don't allow ourselves to become bitter and angry and stressed out. So many causes of illnesses and why people are in the hospital is because they're not coping well with change. My friend, I have written a book about change. Change sometimes comes out of pain. Sometimes a new season comes out of pain. And I believe that we're either birthing something new, we're trying to birth a new business, birth a ministry, birth authoring a book, birthing our marriage, birthing your parenting, birthing your education, trying to just get something going, get something started, your website, your blog, whatever it may be. Or maybe you're in a season where you're trying to build, not birth, but build. You have already created a foundation, and you just want to make it stronger. You want to build on what you've already started. You want to increase your territory. You want to increase your influence. You want to increase your customers. You want to increase your faith. You want to increase geographically. You want to just build on what you've already started. That may be the season that you're in. Or you may be in a season of burnout. A season where you're like, I can't do anymore. I am burned out. I am empty. I have nothing left to give. If that's the season that you're in, it could be a time now for you to step back and reflect and reassess your choices. I think sometimes you and I are burned out because we're trying to do too much. We don't learn to delegate. We don't learn the power of saying no. I believe no is a complete sentence. Sometimes we're burned out because we realize we're in the wrong business. We're in the wrong purpose. We're in the wrong church, the wrong school, the wrong campus, the wrong relationship. We begin to get burned out because there is no joy. There is no alignment with your values and your purpose, your destiny. We sometimes are burned out because of our past choices. Sometimes we're burned out because of things we just simply cannot avoid. But I believe there are some things we can't avoid. And I heard a line in a movie the other day, and it says, you can't fix crazy. And I think sometimes we get burned out because we're trying to help people, fix people, rescue people. And I've come to understand, no, I can't fix crazy. But I can learn to bring some stability and harmony and joy and peace into my own life and become more in charge of the choices that I make. So whether you are in a season of being burned out, or you're building something, or you are burned out, or maybe you're in a season where you got to bounce back. Bounce back. And that's the season that I'm in. I believe that sometimes change and pain ushers in a new season. A year ago, unfortunately, I had to let go of my son. My son passed away from cancer, and it ushered in a new season of grief, a new season of deepening my faith, a new season of really seeing God's grace in my life. It ushered in a season of helping me to understand to let go of stuff, to get rid of clutter, to simplify my life. It brought in a new season of having more compassion for those that are in pain. It brought in a new season of me as an author writing a new book. I'm experiencing a pain that has no name, but because of God's grace, I'm able to continue to birth new projects. So I was able to pen a new book called I Am Resilient. And if you're in that season where you've got to bounce back, that is the book for you. And it's not just about losing a loved one. Sometimes people need to bounce back from losing their job, losing their home, losing a relationship, a divorce, losing a breast from breast cancer, bouncing back after a harsh economy, just bouncing back after a loved one's incarcerated or they've been betrayed, bouncing back as you've lost a business or a ministry and you're trying to get it back together and you're trying to pick up all the broken pieces and begin to build as you bounce back. I invite you to visit my website, donotgiveup.net. And on my website, you can learn about my books. I Am Resilient is about my 6th or 7th book. I've written other books. But on the website, donotgiveup.net, you can learn about my CDs, my books, my speaking engagements. You can learn about my blog, all the hundreds of articles that I've written. You can listen to music, watch videos, listen to many of my audio messages, inspirational messages that I have there for you to enjoy. But if you'd like to have me come and speak at your church, your conference, your women's retreat, do some training. I've done training for many government agencies, and that's why I'm back here a lot on the East Coast. I have been a guest speaker for IRS, FBI, DEA, EPA, FDIC, you name all the letters, I've done it, the Pentagon, and it's been a wonderful experience. So I can bring a message on the corporate side or on the spiritual side. And I'm so glad that you're listening today, because I believe that someone that's listening today needs to understand the importance of bouncing back, learning what it means to be resilient, to learn to surrender to the changing of the seasons. Life brings about change. And as my favorite group, Frankie Beverly Mays, says, life is about joy and pain, sunshine and rain. We can't change it. We just have to learn how to cope with it, endure it, and excel in the meantime. Please visit my website, donotgiveup.net. Send me an email if you have a question. My email is jewel@donotgiveup.net. God bless you, and share this video with your circle of influence. Stay in the light.